Hello, everybody. I get that it's been a while since I've done anything like this. It's not a Facebook Live, but whatever. Um, I've been trying to watch a bunch of new things and whatnot, but one of the things that has happened recently is I got back into playing a game that reminded me of another thing, which reminded me of another thing, which reminded me of Sword Art Online. And it's not a very crazy premise. It's a multiplayer, massive online game where you use swords, and that's the whole premise of the thing. But I figured I'd do it like an episode by episode synopsis, I guess. What else can you do during the quarantine when you're bored? Um, but so episode one is basically just them introducing the whole concept of the story, which is pretty fascinating. Virtual reality has become a thing, and whatever that already is starting to happen, but it does it on a level where we're nowhere near what they're talking about. So basically, they created this helmet you call the nerve gear. You put it on, and basically it hijacks your, well, I'm pointing at the base of my neck, but it hijacks your hippocampus. So you you no longer have, once it activates, you no longer have control of your body. But you're in the game, and anything that you would do normally to move your body is what you would do in the game. So that already has a billion things that you can do with it. Uh, it's really fascinating just on that point alone. But so there's a guy. His name is Kirigaya Kazuto. Yeah, he goes as Kirito, and he makes his character. His sister's like knocking on his door, like, "All right, I'm going to school," and he's sitting there waiting for the game to come out. It's like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 1 minute, a couple of seconds. As soon as it's online, he goes in, and then he's like running around, and it turns out that he was a beta tester for the game, which means that he's already played it, so he already knows kind of the mechanics. For those of y'all that don't know, a beta tester is somebody that goes in and plays the game beforehand, before it's out, and tries to find stuff that's wrong so that they can report it and the people who are making the game can fix it. So he does that, and he's pretty good at the game already. And then he goes and he's like running around the town that he already knows, and somebody notices that. His name is Klein. He's I don't know. He's not Japanese, I don't think. Um, but he notices that this guy, he knows where he's going. He knows what he's doing. So he follows him. He tracks him down. He stops him. He's like, "Hey, can you teach me the basics?" And so they do, and he teaches him how to do all that. And then all of a sudden, he tries to log out, and he's like, "Hey, there's no log out button. Why is there no log out button?" All right, and he's like, "You're crazy." So Kirito looks at his menu. Yeah, there's no log out button. What's up with that? And everybody in the entire thing gets teleported back to find out that the person who made the game, the person who made the hardware, the nerve gear that goes on your head, he's like some, well, I mean, he's a genius, but he's also an evil genius. He's like, guess what? I created this entire thing as just my world that I can control. And if you die in the game, then the nerve gear fries your brain. If someone tries to take off the nerve gear in any kind of way, it fries your brain. So unless you beat the game, then you die. And so everybody's already freaking out about that. And he's like, but I gave you a present. Look inside your inventory. And there's like a mirror. And I'm sure everyone did. They clicked on the mirror. And what the mirror did is you can make your own avatar to look whatever. Like guys can be girls and girls can be guys. And you can be fat or small or whatever if it's not true to real life. Whatever you are in real life, it just changes you back to that in the game. Now that doesn't affect your stats or anything like that, but it does. Like there's a guy that was pretending to be a girl, and he was trying to sweet talk a guy into doing shit for him. Well, now that's out the window because you done got found out. You're a guy trying to sweet talk this dude into doing stuff for you. So that's pretty much the end of episode 1. Like Kirito and Klein, they see each other for the, who they are, which I mean, they're both guys. It's not like anyone was trying to deceive anybody, but Klein's like, well, Kirito says, come with me. I could use some help. You seem, like a good guy. And he's like, no, I invited some people to play this game, and they don't know what you've taught me. So I just can't leave them behind. But you know what? We'll meet up in the future. And then they leave, and Kirito goes off, and he goes straight to like, I'm gonna go like a town or two ahead, because everybody's gonna be hunting everything around here, just so they can, get better and level up and whatnot. And that's basically episode 1. I'll probably record a few of these at a batch at a time and then upload them whenever, whenever. Not all at once. But, so yeah, that's Sword Art Online episode 1 in the most part. It's legitimately one of my favorite animes. It's got action. It's got the fantasy element. Towards like the back end of it, where it is now, it gets kind of crazy, where I'm like, okay. But at the beginning, the first couple of seasons, man, it's a banger all the way through. Like I almost hated to stop rewatching the first episode to make this. So, till next time.